Alright, I'm gonna play the new Hijack Overdrive Steam demo. There are a lot of small improvements since last demo, but I'll just start from the beginning. I'm using a PlayStation 4 controller, but you can just play it on with keyboard or an Xbox One controller. If you're using a controller, you gotta make sure that Steam input is disabled, but that should be the case by default. So for now, only these two controllers are supported, but for the release, I'll make sure that it supports, you know, any normal controller using Steam input then probably. But for now, that's not the case. So for now, it's just these two controllers or the keyboard. It works perfectly fine just with the keyboard. But yeah, it's whatever you want to use. All right, so let's start with the new game. I'll play it on hard because, well, I'm used to the game.
We are losing the war. The enemy's forces vastly outnumber our own. We cannot hope to prevail by facing them head-on. That's why I propose a different strategy. We've trained our best pilots to turn our enemy's forces against them. By hijacking their vessels and employing our new portable autopilot modules, she'll turn their numbers against them. This is how we'll win the war.
Alright, so now the game begins. First the tutorial. Just gotta get over the basics first. You know, running and jumping. As you can see, there's a double jump. Also the jump is like dynamic. I don't know how you call it. Like if I press I can jump high or low depending on how long I keep the button down. I can also do a charge jump, which makes me be able to jump completely out of screen. And yeah, as well as the double jump, as I said before. So here's the main thing about this game. You can hijack any and every vehicle or turret, which I do by standing on it and then just pressing triangle in this case. But more than that, if I exit a vehicle, or turret in this case, it just keeps firing, which will prove to be very useful later. So the screen crystals these heal, but I wasn't damaged, so... Right, so if I can stand on top of any vehicle. They're quite stupid, they'll just fly forward and shoot, but later ones are different. Alright, now to the main part of the tutorial. Oh, bit of jitter there. So as you can see, the main usefulness of these being able to hijack and exit a vehicle again is that you can have like a bunch of vehicles shooting the enemy at the same time. I closed that a bit quickly, but what it just said was that the main objective for this mission, for this tutorial mission, is to hijack and destroy 6 turrets. So I gotta make sure that I get all turrets in this section. So now I'm in a tank, which allow me to aim the barrel of the gun any way I want, instead of like these ships that shoot forward. But it blew up very quickly. That's the case with every vehicle here. Like the point it's not a shoot 'em up. You don't stay in one vehicle the entire time. The point is to hijack a lot of vehicles and just jump from one to the other. You're constantly switching which one you're in or standing on. So it's in that, so that way it's more of a platformer than a shoot 'em up, or like a run and gun. I don't know how you want to call it. So yeah. And as you saw before in the cutscene, if I have the time to do so, I can dance on top of my vehicle to get some more points. Gotta make sure this one... oh, never mind. Tutorial complete. I was gonna say I wanted to move that ship out of the way, so it wouldn't crash into the wall, but tutorial is complete, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so let's continue. We've got 5 more vehicles in the garage. So every vehicle you get, but every vehicle you hijack and that survives the mission will be added to your garage. Alright, now time for the briefing. Or the main story, basically. We're fighting Alistair Valdis, who's looking for the mythical Mega Crystals. He's following the ancient myths, basically, that tell of mysterious crystals that grant ultimate power, locked away in the elusive monster realm. And now everybody thought that it was just a myth, but they have found some weird crystals, like the healing crystal, and others that allow the manipulation of space, or like teleportation and stuff like that. And now Valdis is looking for the gate stones to find a way to the monster realm, to find the mega crystals that will, well, give him ultimate power. So we have to stop him. And basically we have to reach the monster realm first. Alright, now for the main missions, where I'm gonna... So I can select missions here. At first now there's only mission 1, of course. But I'll show the garage quickly, which now has these 5 ships that I just stole in the tutorial. And well, we don't have a tank, but as you can see, like, it shows the tank because I've had that one before. When I steal more vehicles, then the garage will get filled up more. But that's for later. Alright, let's do mission 1. So now the real game starts. I know in the beginning, in the description of the difficulty, I say that normal difficulty is a fair difficulty, but if you're not used to the game, it will be hard. Because it plays very differently than anything, than anything you've played before. I can say that pretty safely. Because like this, it's still an action platformer, side-scroller thingy-majiggy, but because of the way you have to control these vehicles, it's more like a tower defense game, kind of, in spirit, but without any of the actual things people expect from tower defense. Oh, I got hit. So yeah, you gotta combine, you gotta pay attention to a lot of things at the same time. Like, I have my fleet that I'm kind of managing a little, and by managing I just mean like making sure nothing flies into a wall. Not that I'm doing a good job. I'm trying to place vehicles so that they will shoot enemies. Yeah, like you just saw that those tanks, there was nothing I could do to save them now. But later on in the game... Oh, that was stupid. Oh, I'm doing... Okay, I'm making bad decisions now. Alright, I can't talk and play the game at the same time very well. Well, I did choose hard, but... Okay, I'm still alive, 1 HP, but luckily there's a healing crystal there. Alright, so... I'm first... Okay. That was really stupid. Alright, I already failed. Luckily there's a checkpoint about halfway in the mission, so I'll start from here. Without any vehicles though, so now I just gotta dodge those lasers. Because there really isn't any way to fight back if you don't have a vehicle. Luckily I just... Okay, luckily I can hijack these turrets. See, what I'm doing is... Okay, or what I was trying to do. See, oh, also, if you reach the left side of the screen, you don't die or anything. The cameras just stop spamming. But you lose points, so not ideal, but you know, it's better than dying. Okay, doing a great job. Okay, a lot is happening at the same time, so it's kind of hard for me to give a lot of commentary while it's happening. Okay, I died again. What was I saying? So, okay, the camera stops when I reach that side, but as you can see on the top, that's my score. And when I touch the left side of the screen, it turns red, because it starts going down. Quite fast, actually, so not ideal, but it's better than dying, like I said before. Yeah, so like what I'm doing now is... Or, no, I wasn't. Whatever. What I wanted to say was you can place like a turret so that it will shoot an enemy, and then you can exit the turret, and most enemies will always target you. So as you can see, these turrets, they're always aiming at me, and they're just ignoring the tank basically. So that way the tank can do damage without it getting hurt, because yeah, they're not shooting it. They're shooting at me. Of course, that makes me a sitting duck, or well, only a sitting duck when I'm standing still. But okay, I keep on losing. Maybe I have to pay attention a bit more. I swear I'm good at this game, just not when I'm talking. Oh yeah. Alright. So this, like, I'm demonstrating it better now. I place the one turret to shoot at the other, and then I exit so that the enemy turret stops shooting at the turret, at my turret. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think it does. So that's something that's often beneficial, to like place a vehicle, a turret, or whatever, so that it will shoot an enemy, and then just exit it and lure the enemy fire away. So I rarely stay in a vehicle for a long time, because yeah, people will just shoot it then. And also I just want to hijack a lot of vehicles, so you can't do that when you're inside a vehicle. Alright, that's better. I got an A rank. That's not... Well, that's pretty good, but the best is an S rank, of course. Alright, and 2 more tanks in the garage. Oh. And some mysterious artifacts is here in this facility. Alright, so it appears to be a gate stone that is inactive. So we can't yet use it to reach the monster realm, but I'm sure we will find a way later on. Alright, so let's see what missions we can do now. We can do mission 2 and 3 here. You can do this in any order. You don't have to follow the number, but of course, yeah, it makes more sense to do them in order, I guess. But you can do them in any order you want, as long as they are available, because, like what was said before, your rating needs to be high enough to do missions, but these ones are already unlocked. I guess I'll just do mission 2, and then yeah, you'll see that there will be a mission available that I can't yet do. Well, unless my score is very high, but anyway. So this one starts off with basically a platforming sequence with a lot of lava. So gotta make sure you don't jump in the lava, but you're not instantly dead. Like I'll show, if you... There we go. If I jump out quickly, then I only lose a little bit of health. So the shorter you're in the lava, the less damage you take. Like you can, like I have 43, and if I jump out real quickly, like I did now, then I only lose like a very little amount of health. Because you already lose like 10 HP for a normal shot, so now I only lost 3 HP, so... Okay, all I'm trying to say is, when you're in lava, jump out as quickly as you can. That's, I don't know, I think that's a good advice in life as well. Also, something I didn't really mention. So most missions have objectives. In this case, and that's most of the time. You have to hijack or destroy a number of vehicles or turrets, or more of course, but that's the minimum requirement. So in this case it's 20, and if you look at the top right of the screen, you can see that I already have 11 of 20 completed. So just wanted to make that clear. Also, in case it wasn't clear, the green bar at the bottom of the screen is my health. The blue bar is the vehicle I'm in or on. And if it's red, then it's an enemy vehicle. But yeah, as soon as I hijack it, it's mine. So these vehicles, they only fly forward. I mean, if I exit them. They just, that's basically what the autopilot modules do, which I install automatically when I enter a vehicle. They just make it fly straight ahead, or if it's a tank, then it will drive straight ahead and shoot continuously. So if you wanted to actually shoot an enemy, you have to place it yourself. So you kind of have to constantly be paying attention to both your own vehicles and enemy vehicles, and where your character is at, and decide what's the best thing to do. Yeah, but you'll have to decide it quickly because there's not a lot of time to think about it. Alright, so this mission was successful. So now let's see if I have any new missions. Oh, I can already do mission 5. If I had a lower score, then I wasn't able to do mission 5. But then I could have done mission 3 and mission 4, and then it would have probably become available. So as you can see, these missions don't always appear in order. They're based on what mission you completed before. So don't worry about that. So I think I wanted to show the garage now has all these vehicles. And what I didn't mention before, but now that we've completed mission 2, we can start a mission with a start vehicle, which is a single vehicle from the garage, and you can choose whatever you want, but it'll lower your score. I'll just show this so I can start this, and then I start this with this vehicle, which isn't very useful in this case, but in a lot of other missions, well, in some other missions it is. Like some missions you start flying above lava, and then you have to start in a flying vehicle, otherwise you just can't start the mission. And for other missions it's just later on when you get into the monster realm, but that's not available in the demo, but it's in the full game, of course. There are multiple monster realm levels, and there aren't any enemy vehicles to steal there, so you'll have to use the your entire garage basically to survive the monster realm missions. Well, you don't need all vehicles in the garage, but you'll need quite a few. Well, not that many for the first, but for the later missions, you'll need a lot of vehicles. But you'll easily acquire these, actually. Well, easily. You'll just acquire these over the span of the game. And later on you can also dismantle, well, I can do that now. So like I can dismantle a ship, then it's stripped for parts basically. So now I have 10 parts. If I strip another one, I have 20, and then I can rebuild this one, which was a waste of parts basically. But you can do that if you want a specific vehicle and you have like a lot of other vehicles. Also later on in the game you can collect parts from the battlefield, from exploded vehicles, so that way it will be fairly easy to acquire enough parts to make new ships. You can also do challenge missions here, so there's one for each vehicle type. And as you can see, these two I can't do yet. The challenge option is grayed out, because I need to complete mission 6 for this one and mission 3 for this one. Mission 6 isn't in the demo, so this one won't be able to do, but mission 3 is in the demo. So once I complete mission 3, then I can do the challenge mission for the tank. But I can already do this challenge mission. And what it is basically a revisit of a previous mission, in this case mission 1, with the added difficulty that I can only use this vehicle type. So gotta make sure that I steal well, basically you want to steal all of these and shoot all the others. So there's a turret coming at the right, so I'm placing these ships right there so that it will immediately shoot it. But I gotta pay attention that I don't accidentally shoot too many blue ones. So like if I try to hijack this, I can't. As you can see, it's well, I'm not allowed, basically. Alright, I missed a few, but I got some. So I'm gonna place this one here for the tank. So I don't know if you noticed, but the icons on the right, they always indicate what vehicle is incoming. So that's useful to decide what to do. Though of course you have to pay attention to a lot of things, so you might still miss things. You gotta have good reflexes and yeah, you gotta think fast. Oh. Let me get this one. And this one. And then that one is done for. Oh. Alright. So now there won't be any more. So I can't hijack these, so I really have to make sure that these turrets, I mean. Alright, so let me do this. Alright. So, that was foolish of me. Alright, the tank will still try to aim at me even though it's... Oh, no, it's gonna shoot that one, yeah. Alright, so now I don't have any vehicles. Luckily I already completed the objective, so now I just need to survive. Would have been better if I still had a vehicle, because then I could have, yeah, blown up all the other tanks and turrets. Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage here. Oh. Okay, 1 HP. Alright, I'm gonna try that again. The thing about vehicle challenges is that there are no checkpoints. You have to start from the beginning again. Yeah, it's a lot harder than the normal mission. And I was already bad at the normal mission. Well, today I mean, not normally. So, I don't know. Gotta pay attention more. So, whenever I can, I start breakdancing on these vehicles just to get some higher score. But you should never prioritize dancing over, well, anything else basically. You should only do it when you have the time, because you lose more points getting damaged than you win by breakdancing. Plus it's just your score. It's not worth dying over, of course. Oh damn. The tank is, yeah. These grenades do a lot of damage, and they also do, yeah, they do AoE damage, or whatever you call it. So they can hurt multiple vehicles at the same time. Okay, I'm not doing better, I'm doing worse. Yeah, I shouldn't have done it like that, should have done it like this. Alright. Okay, that's slightly better than before, I think. Yeah, you gotta really be really quick about it. You gotta place them and then jump away so that they don't shoot. There we go. That's better. And now I gotta... Come on. Yeah. Alright, and so now I'm immediately gonna place one here to take care of those turrets. And add another one. And then keep that one there. Alright, that's good. I gotta pay attention to... Yeah, see that those tanks, they're always dangerous. Yeah, the tank is one of the stronger vehicles. But it's... Yeah, okay. So now I'm out of vehicles. Yeah, the big downside of a tank, obviously, is that it can't fly. So you're stuck to the ground, which leaves a lot of... well, less options to evade enemy fire. And also, yeah, you can't get past walls and stuff like that. But you can later on in the game. Then you can basically store the vehicle in a pocket dimension and then retrieve it later, which is very useful. Alright, so I lost one of those ships, but it's fine because now I completed the challenge. And I somehow lost this one as well. That seems like a bug. I gotta fix that because I'm sure I had one of these and I didn't use one. Oh, I did start a mission with one, but then you normally only lose vehicles when they actually explode and you finish the mission. So I gotta look into that. Alright, so now my rating has increased a bit. Not that I need it. Yeah, I'll just I'm gonna skip straight to mission 5. Alright. So it's night here. So this turret. There we go. And now there are these flying mine monsters that explode in our face, basically. So this is the first level with monsters, and which changes the game a bit in the sense that monsters are enemies that you can't hijack, obviously, because they're not vehicles. So you have to shoot them, especially since these purple floaty ones, they'll just fly straight to you, and you can't just let them get past you because they won't just fly past you. They will continue to follow you until they blow up in your face, basically, or until you've shot them. Okay, gotta pay attention. So this mission also introduces these vehicles, and you'll notice they can't shoot, but they have a lot of HP, so they're perfect as a shield, basically. So I'll place them here, so that my blue ship doesn't take the damage from any bullets or monsters that come my way. Oh, but now that one is broken, so I gotta make sure that... Alright, I'll just do it like this, and then this. Alright, can still do it. Turrets are less useful to hijack for the simple reason that you can't take them with you. That doesn't mean they're never useful to hijack, but yeah, if you have to make a quick decision, then it's always better to hijack a ship than a turret. Or you can hijack a turret, but just, you know, to take it out of commission, basically. Well, sometimes you can bother with placing the turret, ideally, but often, you know, it's better to just get out of it quickly. Okay, almost dead again, but luckily there's some healing crystal. And we're near the end as well. So these turrets are very useful here, because I'm almost out of ships. And just the firing rate is better for these turrets than for others. So, oh, my computer is lagging a bit. I'm playing this on a very old computer. It's 10 years old, but Hijack Overdrive isn't a very demanding game, so it still runs really fine on an old computer as well. So yeah, should be no problem for anyone to run Hijack Overdrive. Alright. So she's saying that these monsters came from the monster realm, obviously, because they're monsters. Which means that Valdis has found a way to the monster realm. Luckily, we don't... I mean, we're assuming he doesn't have an Omega Crystal yet, because we would know, probably. But he has found a way, so that's dangerous. And also, the monsters are on his side for some reason. But now she's saying that we have a teleporter, so we can use vehicles in our garage during missions. So when I press circle on my PlayStation 4 controller, then I can summon a vehicle, and of course in turn I lose points, but at least I have some extra firepower, so it's very useful when you're in a tight spot. So like now, okay, I wanted to show, but there's now a boss fight, which is the final mission, by the way, in this demo. So let me end with that one. Alright, let me just show you. So now there's the boss's HP is at the top of the screen, and as you can see it has a lot of HP. So now the objective is to make sure that the monster is defeated before the end of the mission, and also I can't die, of course. So this monster shoots homing well, rockets basically. So it's, you gotta keep paying attention to it. I gotta lure his rockets away from my other ships, and also try to avoid it myself because I don't wanna take that much damage. So the shield one here is useful to just block his rockets. Of course, again, this monster will always aim at me, so depending on where I am, it can still fire. And of course the terrain here isn't flat, so I constantly have to shift things. You're never safe, basically. But we're doing well. He's almost halfway through his health. Also, let me show you the teleporter. So you may have noticed that there's this icon at the left top side of the screen, which indicates, it's basically the teleport indicator. When it's full, and like when it has a number next to it, that's basically summon charges. And so when I press circle, I can summon, which will cost 1 summon charge or teleport charge, and it recovers over time. So I can now basically summon 5 vehicles in quick succession, but as you can see, you lose a lot of points for doing so. So if you want a high score, it's not recommended, but if you're if you need the firepower, then by all means it's better than losing, of course. So I'm gonna use a tank because it's quite strong, and there's a well, we don't need to fly here. So now my teleport charger is charging, but I still have 4 charges, so even if I need it, I still have some more. Okay, I gotta make sure that I don't die here. That was a close one. Alright, and we defeated the monster. But the level isn't over yet. Still gotta get out of there alive. So I'm just gonna... So I didn't do mission 3, so you haven't seen these bombers before. But yeah, they fly over and they rain down these bombs. So having a shield at the top is very useful. Let's see. So I'm placing these vehicles here below those cargo ships to protect them from the bombs, as you can see. So that worked perfectly. And boss is defeated, so mission done. Yeah, as you can see, I lost 300 points for summoning the tank, but otherwise I still got an A rank, so that's still decent. Alright. So 2 more vehicles in the garage. Well, 3, but 2 new types. And now something is happening to our sleeping crystal. Our gate stone. So apparently that monster was one of the guardians that protects the Omega crystals. So now that it's defeated, the gate stone reacts to that and opens a pathway to one of the Omega crystals. So now the next mission is to use the vehicles from our garage and go into the monster realm. But that will have to wait for the full game, like it says here. Oh man, my computer is lagging a bit again. That's unfortunate. Okay, there it's back. So here we see some gameplay clips from later on in the game. As you can see here, I don't know if you noticed, but I store that vehicle in a pocket dimension so that it's safe from harm. And I did the same with a tank before so that I can take the tank. Okay, and here we see a special ship that has a rotating barrel, so you can aim in any direction. And this one shows the pocket dimension well. So see here, I place this one, I get another one, and I'm constantly. These are turrets that aren't bolted down, and you can just move these around by using the pocket dimension. Here we have a tank with reflective lasers and also rapid fire. So this is more. Some missions have you stay in one vehicle more, or at least like you're switching from one vehicle to one turret or something instead of having like 5 at a time. This one is a very hectic level with rotating turrets or ships with rotating barrels, but these ones are way more fragile than the one we saw before. And here we see a mission with a lot of, like, you see that the purpleness, that's poisonous gas, and when you're outside of a vehicle, you take damage over time. So it's best to stay in a vehicle. So here okay, and now we're back to this is a clip from the monster realm. So here you see there are only monsters attacking you, and you constantly have to summon new vehicles and try to keep them alive, and try to use as little vehicles as you can to complete the mission, at least if you want a high score. And also just, if you run out of vehicles, then tough luck. Alright, so that was the demo. That's the end of this. I'll stream some more later, but feel free to try the demo yourself and wishlist it if you like it, and feel free to comment in the forum or let me know what you think and how you feel about the game. Alright, so that's that. You can also follow me on Twitter, as you can see, at Hijack Overdrive. Alright, so that's it.